Hi, I'm Tumie Letsoenyo and welcome to another exciting episode with myself as your host, Truth Talk. Today we're with the lovely Motlatji Ditodi. We have seen her on numerous television sitcoms, comedies. She has directed a couple of shows, won a couple of awards, and also has been nominated for SAFTAs and the Naledies. Motlatji, how are you?
I'm very good, Tumie. It's so good to be here with you.
Yes, a very weird setting you've chosen for us. Very playful, yet very graceful as well. Why this venue?
You know, acting is... A lot of people have a lot of definitions of what acting is.
Yes.
But one of the main aspects, in my opinion, of what acting is playing. Being playful, being childlike, thinking outside of the box. And so a jungle gym is very representative of that.
That's Motlatji's version of why she brought us to the park. So tell us, who is Motlatji Ditodi? You know, where were you born? And how many are you in your family?
Motlatji is a very proud Pretorian, very proudly from Pretoria, born and bred. I was actually born in Nelspruit, as in my umbilical cord is in Kanyamazani in Nelspruit. But as soon as I was born, we moved to Pretoria with my family. Grew up in Soshanguve, and then my family went and we lived in Mayor's Park, which is on the east of Pretoria. So I'm from the east of Pretoria, and I spent my formative and my childhood years in Pretoria. I'm very blessed to still have both my parents be alive and together. And I have two older brothers, wonderful older brothers who are married and have children.
What a rich background. So tell us your dreams and aspirations. Have you achieved any? 1, 2, or 3?
Man, you know, God has been really, really amazing. I've achieved many, but I still feel like I haven't reached my peak, which is great because I think it leaves a lot of room for me to still grow and still do a lot of things that I still would like to do. So I don't come from a very creative necessarily background. I mean, my dad is a doctor and my mom is a businesswoman, but they gave me a very nurturing environment in which I could be creative and do whatever I wanted to do. But it was a very structured background that I came from, to the point where leaving high school and wanting to study in varsity, my dad told me I could study anything I wanted as long as it wasn't a BA.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Which is obviously exactly what I wanted to do. And so with my grade 11 marks, I applied at various institutions, and the Rand Afrikaans University at the time was the one who accepted me, the first acceptance letter that I got, for BCom Marketing Management.
There we go.
That's what I had applied for. But then, about a week or so before I needed to move into res, I had to sit my parents down and give them a PowerPoint presentation of the pros and cons of why I needed to study a Bachelor of Arts. That was the only way that I could convince them that I needed to do what I think I'd been called to do, was to be in the arts. And to be an actress. And so being at the Rand Afrikaans University, I started performing in tons of productions. I stayed in res. I was constantly involved in the cultural activities at res. I was in tons of shows. And so it was from being in all of those shows that I realized that, you know, I think I'd like to try this acting thing as a profession, as a profession, and I gave my parents 5 years. I said to them, listen, give me 5 years. Once I had graduated, I studied audiovisual production management and I majored in psychology. Once I had graduated, I asked my parents, listen, I would really like to pursue acting professionally. And I said, listen, just give me 5, it wasn't 5, it was 3 years. I said, give me 3 years to just suss out the industry, see if I'm good enough, see if I can work. And that was 7 years ago. And I haven't stopped working since.
Hello, being at the right place at the right time. Also aligning to your divine purpose.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's a very powerful thing.
Absolutely.
So now tell us, With all of what you've told us so far, who or what has been your source?
Well, my creator has been my number one source. He's the one who has guided me through every single decision that I've made. I listen very much to the Holy Spirit. But also, I've been very, very well supported by my parents. My parents support me a lot. I mean, my mother has, she's attended every single production that I've done from the age of 5 when I played Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs when I played Snow White in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs at a multiracial school in which there were only 3 black girls in the class, and I, as a black girl, played Snow White. So she's exactly. So she has supported me. She's come to watch every single show that I've ever done my entire life. My dad has also been there in the background, supportive, very analytical, very scientific mind. So he's also able to give me that other side of looking at things. So yes, God and my parents, but also my friends. I have very, very, very opinionated, beautiful, colorful, strong, amazing friends. And the rest of my family as well. I have a very good support structure, I must say.
What a blessing it is. So now we're going a bit deeper. We call it Bare Your Soul. So now this is where we're going to go deeper, obviously, with your life, with your journey, and where you are right now. What has been the most challenging year or time in your life that has obviously been your preparation time, your breaking ground?
I feel like I'm being challenged every day, but I would have to say, to be quite honest with you, it honestly is. I almost feel as though every year is a new wave of, everything comes with its own challenges, but being able to be confident in who you are and what you stand for and what you believe in and how you can present yourself to the world. It's a challenge that comes all the time, quite honestly. I can't really say that there was this specific time or that specific time. Honestly, it happens all the time, and I think it's great to constantly be challenged in that way, because it grows, you grow, it sharpens your edges, you get to see who you really are as a person. You become more decisive with the decisions that you make.
So would you agree with me if I say that through those challenges then, it's what I would say that we are refined through the fire, because a challenge is like a fire where you go through to be refined, just like gold. Absolutely. Without challenges, we don't know who we are. We don't know how resilient you are. The extremes that you can face. Tell us, what is your weakness, your hindrance, your thorn in the flesh?
I have a huge weakness for food. And obviously my industry it's all about the book.
Yes.
But that's something that I'm working on, and I have a very close relationship with God about it. But yeah, I would say food and just my outward appearance. And I must say, I do have a little bit of confidence issues sometimes.
Okay.
But honey, you gotta fake it till you make it.
Hello.
You gotta fake it till you make it, and even if you're not in the mood to do so.
Yes. And
that's been a challenge. That's been something that I've had to learn, is to just, even if on the days you're not feeling like it, I am gorgeous.
Hello. And you really are. Strong features.
Yes.
Your presence is overwhelming. So now we want you to finish the sentence. Through it all, you have learned
to trust and listen to God.
Very profound. Motlatji Ditodi, an amazing actress. She's currently now actually on High Rollers on SABC 3.
Yes.
Most probably she's going to be inviting us to one of her shows which she directed.
Yes, that's going to be coming up later.
So thank you so much for actually even allowing us into this awesome space, a park, different, stretching us way out of our element. We actually never even thought Common Park. But
Right.
thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks so much.
Hi, my name is Motlatji Ditodi, and you are watching Truth Talk with Tumie Letsoenyo.